Well, Matt, those are the questions that I had for you today, but we're going to turn the tables a little bit. And if you have any questions that you'd like to ask me, now it's your turn to ask me some questions.
So what did you do before coming to UAB?
Before UAB, I was a professor at University of Virginia, and I was doing biomedical engineering research and teaching biomedical engineering there.
What was your research on?
My research is on heart mechanics. So my training is mostly mechanical engineering. We make computer models of the heart, how the heart pumps and generates pressure. And then over time, the computer models have gotten better and more interesting. Now, instead of just modeling how the heart pumps during one heartbeat, we also model how it grows and remodels over time. Like if you have a heart attack, a little piece of muscle dies and then it gets replaced by scar tissue. And we have computer models now that can simulate the creation of that scar tissue and how that changes over time.
What are some of your visions for 10 years from now is UAB's engineering program? How do you see it growing?
First thing is we're going to have one of those nice new buildings that you were talking about. They're building a new science and engineering complex right across the street from the main quad. And so chemistry, physics, biology, engineering are all going to be there. So that's going to be a lot of fun to have the big new buildings and also have, all the classes for engineering and science and then all the arts and sciences classes, humanities classes be all close together there in those nice new buildings. So that's going to be fun. And then other things I'm excited about. One is UAB is a place, we've been talking about your co-op today, where a lot of our students do internships. 85% of the students in civil do an internship or a co-op, and more than 60% of the students overall do that. Our plan is to grow that so that every student who comes to UAB is guaranteed an internship during their time here. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's consistent with who we are. We're very hands-on, practical as a school. I think even the classes, maybe you've seen that a lot of practical applications. And so I think that's going to be pretty exciting. We'll be one of the only engineering schools that is guaranteeing that for everybody who comes. And then in terms of areas, I think some of our strengths as a school are biomedical engineering because we're right here next to the medical school. We're definitely going to grow that. An exciting new area of BME, relatively new that we're hiring is in neuroengineering. So brain implants, sensing things from the brain and using that to control prosthetics and things like that. I think that's one of the most exciting areas of BME right now. And so we'll grow in that area. And then civil, your department is another big strength for us. And it's another one where I think a lot of interesting modern technologies are coming online. You may have seen this in your jobs. People are using drones to inspect bridges and structures. They're using drones to monitor traffic. People are starting to, and some of our faculty are doing this, starting to build in sensors into the building materials, into the concrete and the steel, so that you have self-sensing bridges and roads that can detect when there's a problem during a natural disaster or just because of wear and tear. And so I think that kind of infrastructure monitoring is going to be an exciting new area for us moving forward as well.
That's awesome.